see. Oh, there we go. Let me refresh that YouTube real fast. Oh, there we go. All right, we are live. We are live. All right. I guess here we go. So, hi guys, welcome to the ESK8 UK live show. I'm your guest host Andy, joined by Devin, Dylan, and Suki in the background. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Hello.
All right. What do we start talking about? Life updates, I guess.
What was that?
I don't have a whole lot as far as life updates.
All right.
Just acquired a new board.
Which board?
It's the one left. It's the ESK8 Nomad Violet.
Nice.
But I put Surf Rod's TKP trucks on it instead of the double kingpin.
How fast does it go?
Almost 40, like 37, 38, something like that.
It's pretty good for a production board.
Miles per hour.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not terrible at all. I still think the ESK8 throttle dead zone is a little bit too much, but
yeah,
that's just, I don't know. I'm used to a VX4. I've been using a VX4 with a Hall sensor for over a year now, and it's just extremely reliable. And as soon as there's like the smallest dead zone in the world before you actually get on throttle and on braking. There's no guesswork.
I'm actually trying to get the X-Way Rexus remote up running with my DIY Stooge. Because that's like a pretty special setup. You get the Mako X G300s, and you get the two Max 4 motors. Yeah, I think it's the first. I think I'm the first one to do it with the G300. The only one before me was Jack, who did it with a Tronic. I think right now I'm pushing 340 amps per side at 14S, which is pretty stupid.
You said at 14S?
Yeah, at 14S.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm
ridiculous.
overvolting the motors. Yeah.
Anyway, shit starts getting real weird.
Talking about remotes, I have to say I really hate thumb wheel remotes. I think every remote should be a dual trigger or something similar.
I like the single trigger.
Single trigger is okay. Single trigger is not too bad, but
because like when I'm racing, especially, my thumb kind of shake like this because of adrenaline. So I'm super used to that like one single trigger.
Yeah.
Also, probably because I'm American, I'm super used to guns. Oh, that's hilarious.
I feel like the dual trigger would be more conducive.
I need to try like a proper dual trigger. I haven't actually hopped on an Evolve board in quite a while, but like I do like having a specific like a dedicated brake switch.
Get a Z-Mode to try out. They have a
dual
switch version.
I bought a single trigger Z-Mode before the prices skyrocketed here in the US because I got mine for like $120 from Tommy Boy, and now I think it's at $200, which is kind of stupid.
Yeah, the prices are getting a little ridiculous because all the nonsense.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward because I'm gonna get my Z-Mode back from Sean this weekend on Sunday because we're hosting a little spec race at OC. And then hopefully by then Mo is able to get my new V6 chassis completed, and then I'll just transplant everything from my Super Spine to my V6.
That'd be nice.
Anyways,
any other events coming up for you guys?
In the US, it's gonna be the SOS series. I think it's Spec Outlaw series, hosted by like us, the intro chapters, and Mo. I think it's once per 2 weeks, and the first stop is with us in about 2 days. And then there's also TEF1 at Sonoma, which is a very high-speed race. We're hitting like 60 miles an hour. But yeah, that's all for us.
All we did was laugh and have like I'm talking
What about you guys?
Conversations,
There's pretty much nothing here. We just intro to speed every week on Sundays, and we're actually giving away a board. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's one of the newer Miko boards, I think. But that's on the 14th.
Yeah. What about you, Dylan?
We've got AusPB Australian Championship in Perth in November, so that'd be really exciting.
Is it like a one race or is it like a multi-race series?
I think it's a multi-race series.
All right.
I'm not entirely sure. I need to look up more about what it's about.
Maybe I'll fly out there for once.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Lots of
Just
people
one
are
thing.
gonna be there. It's gonna be
One
good.
thing I'm gonna be kind of curious is how big are the spiders there in Australia? Because I keep on seeing all the memes on the internet. Like, how big is it really?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
All right.
Huntsmans are pretty big, but they're harmless. They're like little puppy dogs.
Okay. Just gotta make sure nothing kills me.
50% chance you'll survive.
That's a lot worse than on my super spy, man.
You race ESK8 and you're scared of spiders.
I am like this, and also, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure this is a fact that Mario is terrified of spiders. Yeah, Mario from California. Like we were chatting like a little while ago. He was like, if somebody's running in front of me and he has a spider on his back, I'm just not gonna pass him.
So yeah, I'm gonna get up.
Yeah.
So he told Silo last night because I was on the phone.
That's funny.
I just got my hands on a speedboard. I don't know if you guys saw or rode
I
the
saw that.
speedboard
I
at,
saw
at
that
Eastgate.
Electrified. Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Electrify.
Yeah.
The CEO went to Bali to do some videos for it, but he forgot to bring his remote. So it would have been like 2 weeks to ship himself another remote. So he just he messaged me and he was like, "I'll fly you out if you bring me a remote." I was like, "Oh, absolutely." So flew out to Bali for 10 days and rode around with him and his speedboard in my Mark One. That was a lot of fun. And then he let me take the speedboard home so I can make some videos and let other people in Australia look at the board and stuff like that.
That's
So good
badass.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Silo, I guess.
Yeah,
Speaking
really
of that speedboard, is it VESC or is it something like a proprietary controller?
No, it's best.
Dang. Yeah, because I saw one of those at Electrify Los Angeles, and that thing looks pretty ridiculous. The guy builds like modular batteries. I think it's a 12S something or a 6S or something, but it's a bunch of tiny little like I think airplane safe packs that you could just like put together. It's a really interesting
Right.
board. It's like a juiced up 2Swift.
Yeah.
I just like I don't
It's,
want
yeah, no, it's a lot of fun to ride.
Yeah, I want to try one.
One of the crazy things about Speedboard and 2Swift is before the 2Swift board came out and before Speedboard came out, they were actually working together. And 2Swift was going to do the manufacturing and stuff for Speedboard. And they kind of got into whatever you want to call it and ended up parting ways. And 2Swift, I'm not going to say they stole their design because they didn't at all. But they took along the same concept to just cheaper materials and less R&D, basically. But the
You had the
speedboard's
same
impressive.
thing with Matt Eastgate and Meepo. Like that happened a little while ago.
Yeah, with the 3 links.
Yeah, exactly. They were supposed to develop like 3 link trucks together, but I think it was because Meepo was using parts that's like not up to standard, like not treated properly, and they had axle bending problems. So they kind of just split up.
Yeah, and even now there's still
There's still
there's
problems.
some posts in the ESC groups about
Mhm.
the comparison between the MAD 3 links and the Meepo 3 links and their difference in return to center and overall feel and stuff, and how much better the MAD 3 links are than the Meepo 3
It's a lot
links.
better.
And
Oh
I'm
my
inclined to agree because one of our guys.
If you guys
One
saw
of our
that
guys-
chat, that's my mom. I don't know how she found the link. So let's keep it PG-13. Thank you.
But yeah, one of my buddies at our local intro to speed has an MLR in it. I don't know. We've had pretty consistent issues with it as far as
Yeah.
like having to mess with the trucks pretty consistently and stuff like that.
I had a friend back in China actually. So the bolt that's supporting the link that connects the link to the base plate that actually snapped in half. So like his base plate just got screwed over, and then and then his linkage got screwed over as well, and then which caused it to crash, and then and also like I've tried all of the pretty much all the available tuning trucks on the market because now I am a ambassador with Mad. I test their trucks a lot, and then I rode a bunch of Mythos MLRs, different versions. I have a stooge board myself. There's gonna be a second one coming in, which is the V6, pretty soon. So I've pretty much written all the 3D designs out there, but like I would say the Meepo ones feel a little bit dead to me. Like there's not as much response when you turn.
That's what I
I don't know
was
if it's
thinking as well.
yeah, it's not as snappy as like the Stooge and the Mad Link, but they look pretty much identical. I don't know what's going on with them, but probably just
Yeah, I'm not
manufacturers.
completely. Yeah, I'm not sure either because
So-
we've tried a bunch of different combinations of different bushings, and
Yeah,
like the Meepo links just come loose all the time on a bunch of different bolts, and
like
the link
no
bolts
matter
once
how
they
much
come
Loctite.
loose after a certain point in time they break,
Yeah,
and then you're kind of stuck.
yeah. I actually got this brand new VX4 this morning. I'm planning to convert this into the trigger mod that I have. If you guys haven't seen that,
Hmm.
so I converted a VX4. I disconnected the throttle wheel, and then I attached a GT2B trigger on it. And then I also attached a Molicel P45B, which gives it like a month of runtime without ever having to recharge.
That's
And then just 3D printed a case. It's awesome, except for the fact there's still problems with the deadband. So like when you leave the throttle on, when you don't touch the throttle at all, there's gonna be like a 10% drag braking setting, which it's definitely fixable in VESC, but like I actually kind of like it. It's a really interesting idea.
That's cool.
Yeah, never had connection issues at all.
Yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of connection issues with the VX4 just being
Yeah.
stock with just the 3D Services Hall sensor mod.
Yeah.
And even before that, other than at ESK8 when there's on the big Saturday night group ride was the only time that I personally experienced anything. But there's probably at least 200 or 300 VX4s all
Yeah.
turned on controlling boards at the same time in the same within
Yeah.
the same block of each other. So you're bound to have some sort of interference issue at some point in time.
Yeah. Speaking of ESK8, is it just me, or does it feel like this year, like ESK8 25 has like a lot less vendors compared to ESK8 24? Or am I just tripping?
I was thinking kind of the same thing, but there was also like a couple of the booths were basically empty pretty much because stuff was trapped in customs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the Rev Boards booth, they were supposed to have
Yeah.
a couple of demo boards, and their boards got trapped in customs and never made it and stuff like that. So they only had like a model
hub.
set of trucks and one of the hubs. And
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to trying that thing because it's honestly really impressive. My buddy that has the MLR, he's EV Tech Steven on YouTube, but he's a reviewer of pretty much all PEVs. He does scooters, bikes, e-skate primarily, but he's getting a Phantom X that I'm
Okay.
definitely looking forward into schmoozing him into bringing to Intro to Speed so I can try it.
Yeah, I tried a Phantom X, I think 2 days ago in the Wednesday garage intro session. I was able to push it pretty well. Like the 200 millimeter tires, they grip the ground pretty well, even though they're like designed for all terrain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the different take on.
Oh, you're done, duty. You're done talking that bitch.
I don't know. It's based. I see it as kind of a variation of duality trucks because it removes your weight bearing on the bushings entirely, and that way the only input on them is you leaning, just like 3 links.
Yeah, it's a really interesting design. I feel like I've seen something similar. It's like a moon trucks or something. I don't remember,
Yeah,
but like, they were the moon trucks, but I think they're gone by now.
Yeah, they are. All the like moon driving, like Apex stuff got.
Oh, Dylan just broke up.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
A big ass jam, and it was just her and my ex-girlfriend that
Oh man,
But
yeah.
probably connection issues.
They both had knives in their
Probably, or he probably just got too bored and just said, "Psych, I'm going to sleeping." That would be pretty hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually considering either to keep on modifying the VX4 or like just straight up go with a Radio Master MT12, which is like standard RC trigger remote, because that thing has built in, like an external antenna, which gives it connection so strong you can freaking run your board a mile away. But it's just too big and bulky.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I don't like about the RC remotes is how big they are.
Yeah, the VX4s are just so light and so nimble, but like, it's just choices. I need like better. I need a better remote, like a trigger remote with with a proper display that's able to give me information on how much my battery is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man, what's your daily driver right now?
The board on the right.
Let's see, what is that? Is that a
It's
LaCroix?
it used to be.
Used
It's
to be.
it's a kind board Chimera deck, 18S4P P42A, 205 kV reachers, board dynamic steer drives, MBS hubs, duality trucks, and Nova tires.
How do you like the
I'm
Nova
actually
tires?
gonna be- they're good. They're a really good everyday tire. I don't think they're the best for racing specifically,
Yeah, that's for sure.
especially once you get like halfway, 3/4 through the tread life, they start to lose grip faster because of how many heat cycles they've been through.
Yeah.
At least that's the theory anyway. That's the reason it's causing it, because a loss in tread shouldn't make a difference. Matter of fact, if they're bald, they should grip better on smooth pavement than if they have tread on them, but they don't.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, the Supernovas are great. I just can't run. I was gonna tell you that as well, is to keep doing shit with the VX4 remote,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people that use them and would buy mods and stuff for them. Like I tell everybody to get the Hall sensor mod from 3D Services, because it just makes the thumb wheel a lot more enjoyable, and then the throttle's actually reliable. Because my after 2 years, my VX4's potentiometer started going out, and it was giving me weird issues. If I like mashed the throttle, it'd stop giving me input, and then after like 3/4 of a second, it'd just give it all to me. It was super weird.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I just wish there's like a smaller case, because with the older. Okay. What ESK8 race board would you recommend for a newbie racer? I mean, it really depends on the budget. I'll start like if you have like $5,000 worth of budgets, like I would probably say just get a Stu 360. Oh, hey, what's up, Dylan? Welcome back.
Hey, sorry, technical difficulties.
You're good. Yeah, we're on the topic of like which like what board should you get for like a beginner racer? Because I'm saying like if you got like a massive budget, if you got like $5,000, you just like jump to a V6, since like it's got the discount right now. So I think the chassis is on sale for $2,000. And you could spend the rest of your money on the electronics. Says now like the VESC technology has advanced so much that they're able to like match the power on the Max 4s. Yeah, I think that's a great option, because the VESC ESC, the G300 plus the 7125 motor is able to give you enough power that you're never gonna like want more. That's my opinion for like the higher end boards. What do you guys think for other price points?
I think for beginners, like, are we talking about beginners here?
Yeah, well, beginners with different budgets.
Right. Yeah, maybe a bit of a smaller board. I don't know, how beginner are we talking? Are we talking someone that's never e-skated before, or someone that's just new to racing?
Probably new to racing.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
But yeah. I mean, ASEC's got
maybe
that
something
new...
something. ASEC's got what?
That
new 3-link.
Yeah, that looks quite
interesting.
It is very interesting.
Have you ridden it yet?
I have not. I'm gonna. I think. Well, I'm actually sort of. I'm kind of an affiliate with them. I'm supposed to fix their boards in the West Coast, California.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna ask them to like send me out some free stuff, because I really want to try that thing. It looks really interesting.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
I think it's just called a prototype 001. Like if you search up
Oh
Ace,
yeah.
like their username in the on Insta.
Where's the other one?
Let's see.
You want that one?
Okay, so
That bitch?
yeah, it's just called 001, and looks like it's using a lithium ion.
That bitch can pay that
And
for real. She really trying to look for a fake. Because I'll actually fight this time.
Yeah, I saw the trucks at ESK8, and they're in the pictures on the post. They're a little different than what they had at ESK8.
Yeah, it was just a. Oh yeah, by the way, have you guys seen that? You guys were both at ESK8, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what
Yeah.
that is.
Have you guys seen that remote, like that half trigger, half like scroll wheel remote that they had?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
be. It's for their new FOC and
Yeah.
best
200
based
amps.
ESCs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an interesting remote.
Yeah, it was
Because-
I
very
thought the
interesting.
same.
Is
Felt
it
like
like
a bit unnatural in the hand, but
Is it a? I think it's a scroll. I think it's a wheel for braking and trigger for acceleration.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Right?
sure it is.
That's oh man.
I think it'd be something to get used to. The thing
Yeah,
with
it's
remotes
definitely
is
gonna take
it needs to
time.
be whatever you start with is what seems to be your preference.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of switched routes because I had enough of my thumb just like twitching weirdly during races, but
Oh
like
yeah,
I just jumped to a trigger.
yeah.
Oh, did y'all notice on the A-Stack board that they have vented motors on it
Vented motors?
instead of and they're like the radium motor cans.
Yeah, it looks like
that have
reacher
vents
motors.
on them. Instead of the closed can that they've always done.
Probably because of
That's
heat issues. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm assuming because I think if it's a proper race board, it would make sense for them to go up in
Yeah.
voltage over all of their other models. And with how small that battery pack is, I'm thinking like 16S2P or something like that to keep
Probably
it light.
lithium polymer.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
potentially.
Maybe with the E, because like as of right now, I'm running the E40 PLs, and they're able to give you like I think 700 sustain 100 amps burst per cell, which is pretty ridiculous. But if you do
Yeah,
say like an 18S 3P, you should be able to fit it in there pretty well.
I really am just a hater.
Yeah, I could see 18S even.
Yeah.
That would be impressive because it looks like they're using the new. It's hard to actually gauge size, but the VESC-based ESC that they had for that new remote at ESK8 was a lot bigger, and the one on the back of that board looks. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to gauge size, but it looks like the smaller one. But they were both 200 amps.
size.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also if you guys want to go on their Instagram, the same post. There's a 4-wheel drive. It's a 4-wheel drive out there. 4-wheel drive. What is that thing?
Oh yeah.
That's like an X-Way Atlas Pro rival kind of board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Looks like they would make a
wondering-
bigger pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the one.
That thing looks interesting. The yellow one.
Yeah, I think it's like fourth to last page.
TYL 001, whatever.
Yeah.
It looks cool as hell. I like the. I wonder if it's the ESCs and probably BMS in that little center box.
Is there a bottom
It
enclosure
looks like
on
the
that?
whole. I don't know. They don't have any pictures that show the bottom. But with how many bolts are in that top plate, I would assume that there's some sort of battery underneath that little top box. Otherwise, why would they, have a cavity inside the board and need to open it like that?
Maybe it's a BMS and the charge port. Maybe it's also something like an Atlas Pro, right? Like you're able to mount like an external battery
Yeah,
to that thing to get miles per
it could be
days.
something like that.
Because
Because it looks like there's a bigger port on the top side, like on the left side of the board. in
Yeah,
that top-down
exactly. Look at the picture.
And then potentially two. Yeah, that looks like it's two charge ports on the
Or
other
like
side.
an EEC where you can like
see
just
the little
turbocharge the
lightning
thing.
bolts. Yeah, but I wonder if that other side is for connecting an aux pack. That would be pretty sick. That's one of the ideas that I've been fiddling with for my daily driver as an aux pack to boost my range for the longer group rides and just even getting out solo, whatever.
Yeah. Like something I kind of wonder is that like, say if you have an Atlas Pro or anything with an external battery you're able to attach for extra range. Like how is because we know batteries degrade like pretty regular like every single time you go ride. What if say
Mhm.
like you're like a volt off per cell and how is that gonna work? I wonder.
It depends on how you connect them together because I think most people's solution is that you just loop key the main battery and then you'll take your loop key out from the main battery once it's depleted and then plug in your aux pack.
Yeah.
But if you were to just plug in the aux pack, they would both have to be at the same charge level, otherwise they would
Yeah.
deplete at different rates.
Because
Which
like
isn't ideal, obviously, especially if you're trying to keep them connected, because then one is going to force feed charge the other one, and that's not good for the cells at all.
Dylan, how's your Mach 1 holding up?
It's in the shop at the moment.
All right.
I've destroyed it a little bit.
What'd you break?
What'd you break?
I broke the static charge thing. They've had like a static charge issue going on with the rubber wheels and rubber belts. So they've done, I think, carbon belts to help offset that, as well as some electronics I don't really know anything about. But I destroyed some prototype bits of those, and so just fixing that up at the moment. The issue was when the static discharge would build up, or the static charge would build up, it would discharge, and then you'd lose connection from the remote for a couple seconds. Pretty much whenever you change surfaces, so like road to footpath, it was kind of constantly just dropping out.
Okay, the kinetic energy disrupting the static charge field physics shit.
Yeah, something like that. Hey. I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, that's honestly an extremely interesting problem to have.
Also, I've seen there's different durometer like street wheels with the radium tires. There's 65, 55, and 45s. I wonder if how's that thing for racing? I wonder for the 45A.
I really wish I had the softer durometer wheels for my races with the Mach 1. It feels just the grip feels amazing. I switched them over before I went to Bali, so I had a good test on the roads out there, and just had insane grip. Had really good confidence in them. I can't really skid them and drift them as well, but that's to be expected. They're a little bit grippier.
Because if you're at 45A, that puts it in the same hardness class as the BRPs, which is the gold standard for racing. Also,
I think
for now,
it's about time for that thing to fade away now because the Supernova. I tested that thing out at an Intro Garage like 2 days ago. Holy shit, that thing is so grippy. I can't feel a difference between them and BRPs.
That's what I've heard, especially from the couple of my friends that have tried them and just got them in from because they were delayed in customs and all that nonsense.
I got mine because
but
my setup,
especially because you can change the air pressures on the Supernovas.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do that with BRPs.
Yeah,
they're just always the same.
I mounted my tires on the MBS hubs, which is like the wide version, but it's still not wide enough for it to be like the full potential. So I just printed out some spacers to make the hub like an inch, like half an inch wider, which gives the tires it's like the best grip it's ever got.
Either way.
Have you seen Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
When I went to Prague to do that race, I met a guy. His name is Bence. I can't remember what his Instagram name is, but he has he put go-kart wheels on his his board.
10 by 4.5 wide.
Right.
That's so.
I've been watching him. He's been getting really fast.
First place for the T race. It's like 12 and a half seconds or something like that.
Yeah,
it's ridiculously quick.
That might be the new meta.
I'm using inspiration from him for my next my actual dedicated race board, because that's my race board and what I ride around on a daily basis because it's fun and I like it because the duality trucks are freaking amazing.
Yeah.
But I want something that's like Benz's on the big tires, because the guy that helped him be able to mount those go-kart hubs to truck axles for a skateboard. I'm actually friends with him. His name's Tommy.
Sweet.
But he's a mechanical engineer, and he's designed a couple of things for me to help me out in the past as well. But I'm going to end up getting those hubs and the adapters and stuff for those, and doing a pretty interesting board on Mooney ESK8's deck. He's going to help me with the build and stuff like that too. We're doing probably Maker X G300s, and in-runners on the rear and outrunners on the front.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of this thing called like. I'm actually thinking of the 560 kV motors in the back, 300 kV radium motors. Actually, I'm actually thinking of like getting the custom radium motors for in the front just for braking, and just mix and match it with gear ratio, because I think 28 in the front and 15 T in the back for motors, which means I should be able to get some pretty ridiculous braking numbers.
Ashton experimented with braking only in the front on his four-wheel drive when he switched to Maker X ESCs, and he still runs. He runs it's like 35, 40 amps, something like that in the front for acceleration still, and then just has his braking ridiculous, like over 100 amps or something like that. And he can actually use that much braking, which is crazy to me.
So he's able to pull off like the ridiculous dive bombs I've seen at LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because with my big motors, I'm still trying to dial the braking performance up even more, because as of right now, I was having a difficulty with braking, but that'll be another like $700 out of my pocket for modifications.
I mean, four-wheel drive seems to be the next move for racing, honestly, because it just gives you so many advantages, especially when it comes to braking, because you can brake so much harder than you can with two-wheel drive. Like two-wheel drive, you're just skidding tires. Yeah, there is definitely a lot more weight involved.
Because
but
like
I mean,
me,
take a look
Jack,
at
Mario,
Benson's sport with all that weight from the tire and the go-kart hubs and all that rotational mass, and he's still first place on the T race, 12 seconds. You know,
because like me, Jack, Mario, we kind of wanted like a lighter board, and because we were so used to like puck and dunk going super low, which is like literally just drifting through corners. But like because like weight is pretty important for us, because I think Jack is running a 16S 1P actually. I think that 10,000 milliamps per seer. I don't remember, but it was a pretty ridiculous. Like it's a tiny little. It's literally the size. The battery size is literally the size of this.
Jeez.
And that board weighs like probably 50 pounds at most. Probably less than 50 pounds. It's like a super lightweight board.
That's crazy.
Do you guys reckon something like Radium's RTS will become like a bit of a meta in racing? Because like with a four-wheel drive board, that would be pretty overpowered, I reckon.
I think Tucker is working on his system called Tits.
Tits, yeah.
Tits, hell yeah. I'm kind of curious about how that works, because if that comes out, I'm able to just like put that on my B6, and then and that'll be pretty much unstoppable. I think that'll be our next revolution.
Yeah,
because we're already there. We're kind of over here at like the hardware level. We're kind of still here on the software level. So I think the software revolution will be the next.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the huge stepping points, is being able to dial in our electronics and the software behind it and stuff, because we've got the power. We're making huge leaps in being able to put that power down to the ground reliably without, blowing shit up and losing traction and doing all of that type of stuff. But we need everything else fine tuned, like down to everything to the nitty gritty and stuff like that. Like how the FPS drone guys figured out with VESC, with the time constant setting, going from 1,000 to 500 makes high amperage at high duty cycle a lot more stable. It makes it a lot less fuzzy because of the sampling rate. Just small stuff like that would be a huge leap for
I'm texting her right now. I said,
our sport and the technology that backs it.
Do you think we'll ever get to a point where we won't need remotes?
No.
No?
I mean, eventually maybe with like neural stuff, but that'll be like 40 years until we can actually afford that shit.
Yeah, maybe with that, but like even now, that's people we hardly understand the brain that we use every day.
Exactly. I could still barely count.
Understand it enough to I could imagine the first prototypes of something like that being pretty catastrophic.
Probably gonna kill somebody, but like
it's
the same thing with AUCs, right? You don't need a remote on an AUC because you just use your body, but like you're standing on a piece of wood. Like how are you supposed to control with like motion? It gets pretty hard.
All the even if they were budget boards, all the boards that were based off of balancing on foot pads and stuff like that, but with 4 wheels and hub motors, whatever, they were pretty notoriously unreliable.
Yeah.
And hard to get. Was a pretty steep learning curve, like going to EUC or something like that.
Yeah. It took me like 15 minutes to like stand on a wheel. And then like fucking 2 months to get to 50 miles an hour cruising speeds. It takes time.
Yeah, I tried somebody's EUC at ESK8 2 years ago, and they were saying that I was picking it up really fast and I was doing a good job, but I don't know. It feels weird to me. It feels foreign.
Yeah, I agree. I went to
standing like this and facing that way. I don't like facing this way and standing this way. That feels weird.
Right. Yeah. See, one wheel felt a little bit better to me for that reason as well.
Same. Yeah, same. Like I rode my buddy James's one wheel around at ESK8 a couple of times when he wasn't using it, but it's cool. It's definitely cool. I wouldn't be pushing no sort of speed like some of these crazy dudes that VESC swap them and do all of that type of stuff. But it's definitely cool. It feels a lot better to me personally than EUC does for sure.
I think I've pushed like 65 miles an hour on my wheel. And then I was kind of going crazy at that time. I was like half naked. I had like my shirt off, just like a helmet, and then going in pitch darkness. I was just gunning it.
Jesus.
I'm not even drunk. I was just blasting music.
That's
never doing that again.
Yeah, I would hope not. That's wild. Ridiculous activities.
Yeah.
I mean, we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
Just glad yours didn't end in bodily injury.
Yeah. I'm just happy I still have my I'm still happy I have my arm still attached.
She didn't look at it, but
I preach gear and safety pretty much all the time because I see a lot of videos of people riding in Crocs and shorts and no shirt around the beach and stuff. And I'm like, you're on sand, but trust me, you hit the sand hard enough, it goes into your skin and it hurts a lot.
And it hurts even more just taking that thing out.
Yeah, sitting there scrubbing your arm for 15 minutes trying to get tiniest granules of sand in the world out of your arm or out of your legs or your side or your back or
for me it's the electric bikes because I live in Orange County, and if you guys don't, like, Orange County is like that one part of the US that's like filled with freaking bikers that are idiots with no helmets, no pads, doing wheelies in the street near like 5-ton cars. That's man, I'm so pissed because like Irvine Police posted 3 videos of people just crashing and oh my god.
Yeah, I watch a lot of crash videos and a lot of motorcycle videos and stuff like that, and that's I think that's going to be the one thing that kind of is going to be a difficult hurdle with PEV legislation and stuff like that is the idiots out on e-bikes with all this power doing stupid stuff and hurting themselves and hurting people and putting people's lives at risk. Like, I understand risking your own life, like if you don't want to wear gear, I'm not gonna force you to wear gear. I'm not gonna not ride with you if you don't wear gear, but don't don't do it in public streets. Don't do it where there's children in crosswalks and a bunch of cars and other people you could potentially put in danger. That's just irresponsible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
here
just
in
like
Australia,
you're
not
putting other
long
people's
ago.
life at risk.
Right,
Exactly.
yeah, a kid on an e-bike, I think he was like 16 or something. He was going too fast to a park on a, I think it was a Suron or something, and hit an old lady and killed her.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I think I
Like,
heard about
stupid
that.
idiot, giving out
Yeah.
our sport a
parents
bad
as well,
name,
because
kind of
like
sucks.
the parents in the States, at least in like Orange County, they keep on buying the kids like fucking
Right.
60 horsepower. Jesus.
Yeah, Surons and Stark Vargs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stark Vargs, I can't believe
Oh, ever experienced while
someone
riding
opening their
someone opening
door
the
while they're
door while
parked.
they
I
poop?
have always been afraid of that because
Yes.
our bike lanes, there's the parking on
Yeah.
the side of the road, and then there's the bike lane, and then there's the main lanes and the
Yep.
rest of the street.
And the people are blind. They cannot see
Yeah,
you.
literally, they don't check. They don't even check. Like, even
People are
if
too
it
stupid
was
to realize.
a high like bicycle traffic area, they don't check when somebody pulls up to their house and gets out the car to go, walk into their house. They don't look in their mirror for that type of stuff. And anytime I have to pass cars, if I can, I get out into the lane far enough because I'm deathly afraid of that happening because that's gonna break some things. Not just their car, but it's gonna break me because I'm not cruising it like I'm not putzing around at 15, 20 mile an hour where I can bounce off of somebody's door. I'm trying to go to
You're going
work
through
and
the
I'm
window.
35, 40, 45 mile an hour.
Like
I'm not
Right.
going slow.
There's this pretty close call I've had with when I was going down the main road, I think Culver Drive or something in Irvine. I was going like about 47 miles an hour where somebody just opened the door. I almost ate shit. I had to like swerve like right like away from the door and then came back and then almost lost my balance. I was on my EUC. I would have been dead if I was on my Stooge, but it's just the people, they just don't pay attention.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
In Australia, it's the same. I haven't had a close call with the door, but definitely like people pulling out or changing lanes or it's just stuff like that. They just never really see you. Or if they do, like sometimes they just don't even respect you.
Yeah,
And
like
it's
they were
just
like,
they're
oh,
just pulling out in front of you
exactly.
anyway.
get out of the way.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't. Whether it's because they don't think you're going as fast as you are or whatever, it doesn't really matter. You need to, at least observe long enough to see how fast something's moving, whether it's a car, a person, whatever. And it's crazy because motorcycles have been a thing for the longest, and bicyclists, especially in big cities. Like, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. There's heavy bicycle traffic here, all over the place, and people just don't care. I get pulled out in front of all the time. I was going to work one day, and I was traveling on my way to work, and this truck pulled out, got in front of me. I was in. It was right after a storm, like 2 days before, so there was a bunch of debris in the bike lane. So I was traveling in the traveling lane. It's one lane this way, two lanes this way, and I looked down at something to make sure I actually didn't hit it with my wheels. It was a pothole or something like that in the road. And when I looked back up, he had slammed on his brakes and was flipping a U-turn. I was in the left side of the lane. I couldn't go to the right to avoid him, so I tried to go to the left, and that was before I knew he was making a U-turn, and it was too late. I ended up slamming into his driver's side fender, and he pushed me off of my board, broke my binding.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But his insurance took care of my board and replaced all the stuff that he broke on it and got me a new helmet and stuff like that. So
I'm glad I still haven't
my
hit
knee
a
still
car
hurts
yet.
from that. It's crazy too because I watch other cars like a hawk. Like, I don't follow super close. I don't get close to any type of car ever at all. I make sure that people know that I'm merging or whatever before I do I always check blind spots, everything. I'm super aware, especially when I'm riding around cars and in traffic and stuff like that. But there's
definitely.
that's why you got to gear up, because you can't. There's just some stuff that you can't predict, and we can only stop so fast, especially
like, especially when I'm racing on like Intro to Speed, like the crashes always happen that one time, that one lap. I'm not wearing like my jacket, and I'm bam, I slam the ground.
Yep.
That's actually exactly how this like. Well, let's see. This penis-shaped scar happened right here.
Hell
I got a penis on my arm the entire time.
Yeah, I had. It's always the innocent rides. I had 2 crashes over like a 3-week period, something like that. One was on the way to the store, and the next one was on the way back from the same store. Like just 3 weeks later, it was speed wobbles both times because there was irregularities in the road that I couldn't see with how fast I was going. The first one, I was watching a truck, making sure he didn't pull out on me, and there was this like little hump in the road, and I only hit it with one tire, gave me wobbles, took me out. And then the other one was a new patch of pavement in the road that looked smooth. It was all nice, black, looked brand new, and it was terrible. It was terrible. Wobbles.
I kind of stopped riding my board ever since I got my EUC. I'm just too lazy to. I was like, I'm not gonna let my foot suffer through the shitty pavement of the United States of America. Oh man, it's pretty cooked. But
that's funny.
Yeah. I only ride my board in like pretty much like the bigger cities with like the fresh new roads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually, the speed board
new roads as much as possible, but I also like to commute with my board too.
Yeah. The speedboard is kind of like a nice happy medium between ESK8 and EUC because it's got the massive pneumatic wheels.
Yeah.
The roads in Bali were absolute crap, so riding that around was like, like 10 times on each ride I would have gotten speed wobbles on any other board, but because like the wheels are just so massive, it was just fine.
Yeah, I might get a speedboard one day.
Definitely. If you haven't ridden one yet, find someone with it and just ride it at least because it's very interesting. It's very different.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to ride it at either one of the ESK8 cons they brought one to. Because the first year they brought one, it was like a super, like almost unready prototype that they wouldn't let anybody ride.
It was 23.
And then last year they were I don't know, I just didn't get a chance. I was too busy with everything else. And then this year I was racing in advance and trying to catch up with a bunch of my friends and meeting people that I had met online and stuff like that. So I just didn't get a chance to ride it this year either. I was mad at myself for sure. Because it's super dope. It's super dope. I could definitely respect the time and effort that they put into each and every single one of those things. Because the fit and finish and the polish on it and just everything is just immaculate. And I love the color schemes and how many different battery configurations. It's like how MBS did with their first ESK8 release. They did, the 3 different configurations, because they know everybody wants something different and everybody can, only afford this much or that much, whatever. So they want to, be accommodating to as many people as possible. And Speedboard did a great job doing that too, with their different battery configurations and different motor configurations and stuff like that. But mine personally will be going balls to the wall. I'm getting the biggest battery and the most powerful shit in it. Yeah. Because that thing's just, it's so sick. Like, especially if I actually enjoy riding it and stuff like that, it'd be such a sick group ride board to cruise around on and just show off. Especially because they don't crouch either on the power side. They're quick. I saw a couple of those dudes out on the group rides, and they were taking off on some people for sure. Like, oh, race me, and they just.
They actually they wanted to race. They wanted to race it. Yeah.
Oh,
no speed bubbles. Yeah, they wanted to race at Electrify, but and they were the only. Yeah, they were the only ESK8 vendor at Electrify, and Electrify were like, "No, you can't." I mean, it's.
It's the riders that decided to kick him out because it's just like not the regular. It's just not. It's not a skateboard.
It's just not what Electrify's. It's also just not what Electrify's looking for either. It's kind of like the whole debacle a couple years ago with ESK8 Con. not allowing EUC riders or having a class for them at all or anything like that, which I completely understand it. I still want to, welcome EUC riders and everything like that because it's a big part of the PEV community. Like there's e-skaters left and right that are getting EUCs and stuff like that. And it's the amount of money that's behind EUC just seems to be a lot more than e-skate itself because, skateboarding and skating itself has always been, both roller skating and, skateboarding have been a super niche thing for, their entire existence because it just is. But I don't know. I don't know why EUC's so popular either because there just seems to be a lot more companies with a lot more money to put into such a small package, than there is, the same respect for e-skate.
All right, let's see. We are at 52 minutes. I'm probably going to head out soon, but if you guys want to keep on chatting, feel free. But this is about it for me because I got something else to do after this. And
I'm probably
it
going to start.
It was nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
That was good talking to you guys too.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna have to let me know how those 45A wheels aren't doing. Like after you do some more testing on them, make sure they're actually up to snuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Because those definitely seem to be a pretty good contender for a race wheel, especially for typical style boards and stuff like that.
They are very interesting. I'll try and get Liam to help us make a video or something.